What's up, Putos?
Hi everybody, welcome to the PutoTech show. You have to give me a break because I haven't been here in a while.
Yeah, we did the show without you last week.
The new host.
The guy who took my place. Yeah, apparently. But
so here's Enrique, Miguel,
Nigel, Alfonso.
This is basically RobotRice and PutoTech together in one show.
RobotRice and PutoTech together in one person.
Basically. Today we have lots of major news, but before that, I just wanted to give a little heads up on this cool little initiative that I saw.
Okay.
It's from omaze.com. Basically, it's You Could Be in Star Wars Episode 7.
Oh, so that's how you pronounce it, Omaze.
Yeah, I heard.
Omaze.
I thought it was Omaze.
I thought it was a Japanese thing.
I thought it was Omaze, and then I heard J.J. Abrams say it. I was like, oh, okay.
Because there's a YouTube video.
There's a YouTube video.
Okay.
Basically, it's like this this initiative where you can donate money, and for every donation you get entries, and if you win, you can be in Star Wars.
They're gonna give you a part, right?
Yeah, they'll fly you to London with one other friend.
So you can be Chewbacca?
No.
But you will be a creature because they said something about makeup. So you're not gonna be you. They're probably gonna make you into some weird alien or something.
Unless you look like an alien.
Yeah, and then you don't need makeup.
No makeup.
Are they trying to tease something in this video?
They did.
So this Tatooine.
A lot of people, not just that.
Oh, look at that.
A lot of
you
people,
could be that.
So starting today.
You could be like that little bird.
Yeah.
A lot of people were mentioning that the significant thing about this video is it's an actual set and it's not green screen. People were like, whoa.
Yeah.
Where is this again? This is in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
So people were
is
like,
real.
wow, it's an actual set and we're gonna have actual sets on the
So
Star Wars
Star
movie.
Wars is going to be an actual place. It's not going to be all green screen. It's
Yeah.
not going to be like Sin City or the old Star Wars.
Like some of the comments I would see would be like, thank God, a real set. So that's cool. Anyway,
Don't they bring in real aliens?
I wish. The minimum is $10 for an entry. But if you go, there are some crazy
There's
prices.
a lot of stuff in this.
If you go up to $25,000, you'll get an advanced preview screening of the movie at Lucasfilm with one guest.
Thank you again for your incredible.
Wait, you have to go there? Don't they like screen it to like near?
That's another one.
Oh, that's a different
Yeah,
one.
the next one is the Jedi Grand Master of the Order. $50,000. That's the highest one.
grand.
There's only 3 left.
Yeah.
You get an advanced private screening in or near your hometown. So if one of us were to do it, they'd come to Manila and give us
just
a
invite
private
Then
screening.
how many people can watch with you?
Depending on how.
I'm guessing
many
your
seats.
friends.
I kind of want to like
Is
about
there
this.
like a limit?
Oh,
Like
here,
how many
20 guests permitted.
20 guests.
20.
So wait. So
Ay,
if you're gonna
hati-hati na
pay,
tayo.
if you're gonna pay,
Okay, let's figure this out. How much is $50,000 in
2.5?
pesos?
2 million.
Because apparently we might do this.
so it's 2.1.
Wait, yeah.
2.1 million.
You have to fly to the States
2.1. No,
first.
2.2. Almost 2.2.
Okay, 2.2 million.
So 2.2 million
Divided
pesos
by
divided by
20
20 people.
Can you use this as a tax
Hey,
thing?
dude,
since
can you
it's
type it?
charity?
This,
That divided by 20.
this, divided by... Sorry people, the show is on hold. It's really important.
That's cool.
109,000 per person.
So you can charge each person
109
109 grand, and you won't make money, but at least
No, like I was
But
like,
it'll be like a
what's
once
nice
in a
about this,
lifetime.
it's like usually like Kickstarter, like, oh, you're paying to like fund the project. This one, it's like, okay, I won't feel as bad, like,
You're paying for charity.
yeah, for charity.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, just a fun thing.
UNICEF.
hey,
You do.
I know how to make it, how to make money out of it.
We'll make a Kickstarter.
No,
PutoTech
you put a hidden camera, so during the
Oh.
private screening,
And you leak it.
then you leak it.
You start torrents.
Yeah.
No, I was thinking we start a Kickstarter. Please send these 20 people. For, this is how much we need.
Hey, wait, about the pirating
They-
thing,
they all have
kids,
cancer.
don't do that,
Yeah.
please. I was just kidding.
So yeah, I just wanted to point that out.
That's cool.
I donated. I was like, you never know. I'm just gonna. What if, right?
Yeah.
What if?
For $10,
So I
right?
at $10. I donate $10, and yeah.
And it kind of looks like Leonard from Big Bang Theory. Big Bang Theory.
Theory.
So-
Big Bang.
Since you weren't here last week,
You wanted to mention something, I think.
Yeah.
I just want to get more people's opinions, because last week it
Yeah,
was
it
just
was-
Nigel
yeah.
and I, and we were talking about the
Ube.
Surface Pro, the Surface Pro 3, which we had some little
Yeah.
opinions about, but okay, I've had more time to think about it, and now I wanna hear out what you guys have to say. I think the Surface Pro, the third one, is no longer the same product that they released a year and a half ago, correct?
Yeah.
I think it is no longer the same project Do you know what I mean? Like a project is, you know, when you have a project, you have a goal
Yeah.
for the project. And then you staying in that project, no matter how many iterations, it has to get to that one goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct? I think the Surface 3 is no longer the Surface. I think it's a new product line.
Okay.
Oh, no,
I think there's a branding problem here.
They had a problem with the first one, like the first batch with the RT and the.
Yes.
what's the
But
other
there's
one?
no RT this time, right?
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
Yeah,
the
there's
Pro.
no more. Yeah, but the thing is, what I mean is, when they released the first one, they were going up against the tablets, the
Yeah.
iPad, basically,
Yeah.
And now
right?
they're going up against
Against-
And it's no
Ultrabooks.
longer.
Yeah.
It's no longer about the tablets.
Now
In
it's
fact,
about-
they said it, right?
Yeah.
So it's like a totally different product line
Yeah.
in terms of
Because it's hitting both.
no,
in
because
that way?
basically what they're doing is it's no longer a tablet that you can connect
Yeah,
a keyboard
too.
to.
Yeah.
It's now a laptop that you can remove the keyboard from.
Okay, now okay.
That's
Makes sense.
more. That's more what the Surface 3 Pro 3 seems to be.
And instead of saying, "Oh, this could be replacing your iPad," they say this could replace your
Everything.
MacBook Air.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So I think it's a total. Okay, my problem with this is the brand is diluted already because people will always think that this is to go against the iPad when it's no longer competing with the iPad.
I think that would be the case if they didn't do the conference the way they did, because the entire time I can't count how many times
they said like
they had a
all around.
MacBook Air
Why?
and they mentioned it.
Why?
Because that's what they want people to think.
That's the problem. How many people watch that?
Exactly.
Exactly.
How many people?
You
watch
and
it?
I
watch
did.
it.
But here, even if you don't watch the
I
conference,
didn't watch it.
other sites that cover it, they mention it.
Yeah, but we go to these sites.
Yeah.
It's us. We're the
Explain it to
we're
me.
like the tech
Wait, wait.
pundits or
How much
whatever.
is it first?
It's the
Three
price
different
of
prices.
of
There's-
MacBook Pros already. From the MacBook Air to the
But
MacBook
they
Pro
have a
range.
low end that's bordering on iPad
Yeah,
territory.
like four-
and,
like 400,
and
right?
MacBook
Lowest
Air.
one, yeah.
It's in
And
between the
MacBook Air.
MacBook Air and the iPad.
Yeah.
So my point here is that, you know,
Who's it for?
people who know what the Surface Pro 1 and 2 are still think
It's the same thing.
it's going up against the iPad, the current iPad, and the price difference is huge, especially if you go higher end.
Yeah.
When in fact, if you look at it really spec-wise, at least,
Yeah.
it really is a different beast. It's a totally different beast. I think they should have named it something totally different, and then from there, you know,
Actually-
introduced it and said, you know what, we're the first to come up with this.
I think they
agree
want to
with that.
build the brand, though. I think that's why they're doing. That's like if they made another Xbox, they're not gonna call it another thing. They're gonna call it Xbox something. They want to keep building that. Like even
yes.
if Windows 8 was, you know, not so good, they're not gonna say let's ditch Windows. Let's call the next one something else. They're gonna go Windows 9. I think with
Okay.
the Surface, they're gonna
Keep on
keep trying
pushing
to
it.
build. Build it.
I think okay, what I'm trying to say here is with a lot of Microsoft products, whether they be hardware or software, they have this problem. Like for example, Windows 7 is Windows,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You can't. It's Windows. Now Windows 8, I don't think is Windows anymore. It's a new product. It's a hybrid of something that you can touch and you can use a keyboard and a mouse with.
So yeah.
So I think there's a branding issue really with Microsoft.
So do you think it would have been
Identity
better?
crisis.
Like
Yes.
they made a new laptop that was Windows Mobile solely.
yes.
That like a Windows Mobile that had
mean
like laptop
RT?
stuff.
No,
you mean-
like 8. Windows 8, I think Windows 8 should have been called something else.
Yeah, people were saying they should have kept Metro and make that the name
yes.
of the OS,
Like,
right?
like Metro.
Yeah.
Like Metro 1, I guess. Just so people know that this is a different line. Because the problem with Windows 8 really for me is that they alienated so many people who love and have been using Windows forever.
And
Yeah.
everything they're doing now is basically backtracking on
Exactly.
everything that they did.
So I think really there's a branding issue with Microsoft. I hope this is something they can, they can solve because I think the product is good.
Mhm.
The Surface Pro 3 I think is good.
Yeah.
Hardware-wise.
Hardware-wise, you know, especially for people who artists,
It has a lot of uses.
it's like a Cintiq,
Yeah.
right?
But it doesn't have as much pressure points on
yes,
it.
yes, but come on.
Yeah.
I mean, the Cintiq doesn't
But I'm
have
just saying
an operating system.
But I'm just saying, like, a pro might be turned off from that to be like, oh, not only 256 pressure points.
So
That's
like,
not
okay,
enough.
I'll ask like you, like, what could have they done like for you to be interested in it? Like, what are the things you think, you know, they should have done?
You know what? Honestly, I am already interested, as it is. But the thing is, I'm just not too.
Sold.
I don't use the pen and tablet as much as I used to back when I had a design studio. But if I still did have a design studio, then I probably would. Buy. I mean, I do understand that the Cintiq has a lot more pressure points and all that, and
Yeah, but Cintiq is like
sensitivity.
$1,000
Yeah.
just for the
It's
pad.
expensive, right? This though can do so many things.
Like my problem with the Surface Pro 3, like, okay, it's cool. I kind of like the whole, you can make it a pad, you can bring it with you. But then, like I was saying before the show, like I wish they would have went like one step further. Like if I'm paying that much, I wish it would be like a desktop or like a real desktop. Like
What?
yeah, no, like maybe like
Or
I was
real
saying,
laptop. What
like
do you-
maybe
Wait, what do you mean?
like it could like attach like discrete, you know.
So you're
mobile
saying the
GPU.
power's
Oh,
not enough.
The power's not. If I'm gonna pay that much, and I'm just gonna get like an i5.
There's an i7 option.
Yeah, there's a nice.
Yeah. There's
But how much? Like 1,000.
It's
a
almost
lot.
2,000.
That's why.
It's MacBook
Yeah.
Pro
money.
That's why I'd rather just go for like a MacBook Pro, which is like a great laptop, than getting something half and half.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of half baked. It's like, you know,
So
jack
it's
of
like
all
a
trades.
safer bet.
Yeah, I'd rather get a MacBook
Yeah.
Pro with like the.
That's gonna be hella solid.
Yeah, you can use it for editing. It has the video
Yeah.
capabilities. Paying 2,000 for like a medyo
I can carry
Wacom-ish.
yeah.
But it's only 9.7. You know, like if I want to do hardcore graphic stuff, if I want to do a little gaming,
But I do hope Apple comes out with, you know,
something
I
like that.
probably won't be using it as often, but you know, sometimes
You
you
just
do
wanna
get
have
that feeling. You
something,
just
yeah.
wanna
Point
Press
at
the
the
screen.
screen.
No.
Sometimes I want to press.
I get the feeling that I
Yeah,
want
me
to
too.
talk to it though, but not press the screen.
like in her, like.
Oh, so
stuff
I
there.
know what kind of guy you are. You're the guy that when someone, hey, this you get your thing and you wipe, and you look bad at the person that touched your screen. You're that type.
a little bit.
Or I wanted like what's that old keyboard before, the one it flashes light on like the wood. And
Oh,
you can
yeah,
type on
like
it.
the
Oh, I
projector.
remember that, yeah.
I want something like that to come out.
That would be cool.
yeah, like it's like a tablet and then it would flash it so you don't touch
This
the
is
screen.
what you call a rat hole. We're going.
Yeah, you guys. Are like
Before we
basically-
move on from the Surface Pro
you guys
3,
can list down your favorite.
my thoughts though on it, I think that they're still going in the same direction, and I think they should keep going in this direction. I just think that now with the 3, the technology is actually catching up, and it's making it like a viable product. Like 1 and 2, you'd have problems with battery life, and
Heat.
it would heat up, right? And now it has Haswell battery life. It's good. They fixed the kickstand.
Oh, hold on. That some people don't like it. The
Which
battery
one?
life.
Battery life.
It's
yeah,
not. It's still not.
but it's improved.
Yeah. Some people were saying I would rather it was thicker by just a little bit so that they could put a bigger battery.
True, but people say that about phones anyway.
Yeah.
My point is, I think that they should just keep
like
going in that direction.
But what
Are you not
if
happy with
what-
that?
No.
But what
battery?
if the
No.
problem with the Surface Pro, like even if the hardware got better, maybe the entire concept itself was the problem why it doesn't sell well.
I think that's my opinion. I
You
think
guys
the concept is good, and I
made
think
me
it
watch-
just needs to keep pushing forward. And as technology gets better, more people will realize, hey, this is actually
More
really
practical.
good. Yeah.
I'd
Anyway,
rather-
Makes sense.
I just want to raise that. I want a good laptop and I want like a separate.
He wants
iPad.
everything.
No, like if no, that's my thing. Like
He
it's
wants
just
like
expensive.
small, powerful, everything.
So for that money, how much is a Razer Blade now?
Somewhere
Uh,
around there.
1,000 for
Yeah,
like,
2,000.
2,200.
Yeah,
for
somewhere
the
there.
Cheaper
maxed
than
out.
this.
Yeah.
Depending on the configuration.
Yeah, cheaper than this one in particular.
More, same, around the same.
Really?
Yeah.
If we're
I
talking
thought-
about
I thought
buyouts,
this one was the higher end.
This
Retina.
this was the first Retina, and it started off at like 2.2.
Okay.
And then the
So
next
this
one,
wasn't
they
the-
brought it down.
Okay, this wasn't the
2.6?
The 2.6.
No,
one.
no, no.
Okay.
Anyway, wow, we've spent so much time
Yeah.
on the
Well,
Surface Pro 3.
Okay.
I think we should get to the news.
Let's go.
probably.
Let's get to the news.
Okay, this first one, Miguel, you pointed out it's cables apparently. What's up with these cables?
You're on an iPhone.
Yep.
This is an iPhone. You're on an
I
iPhone.
have an iPad.
You know how
You feel
Apple's
left out?
cables, right?
Yeah.
Apple's charger cable.
They always
the
break.
lightning cable. They
always
always
break.
break.
Well, I know about the lightning, but the one before.
No, the lightning one. And it's the same part that breaks. It's right before the lightning thing.
The rubber.
It's where that thick rubber meets
Yeah.
the thinner rubber. That's where it breaks all the time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think Apple should just
I could probably list
Start
down
doing
like
that
4 or
also.
5 people
Yeah.
who have that problem.
like check this out. This is a third-party brand, but look at that. That's aluminum.
What?
That's aluminum.
How much is it though? Like how much? Isn't there going to be a big difference? And would it be too expensive for
Well,
Apple
Apple
to do that?
cables are already overpriced. So I
Yeah,
think.
dude, this phone is expensive anyway. So I wouldn't mind if they.
What's
put
the price
another-
range for like one? Let's say
It says here
Thunderbolt.
$19.
19? That's not bad. 19?
$19. It's just
That's
Yeah.
not bad. Like people would spend like what, 100 up to like $80 for like monster cables.
And
yeah, and what does it have? It has what's it made
Oh.
of? Anodized aluminum
Yeah.
heads for the connectors, and then the cable is
There.
the
Flexible
entire
cable.
flexible cable is covered with a woven plastic exoskeleton that should.
I
keep
like
it
I like
safe.
when they use marketing terms like that. It sounds so
So-
like high tech.
I don't even know what that means.
No,
sounds
I guess
fancy.
I guess that means you can't like fold it completely, right? It kind of keeps it at
which
a
is
certain
fine.
curve.
I mean, you don't really need
You're not
to.
supposed to fold
Yeah.
it.
No, I think
Exactly.
that's more of like it won't bend all the way, so it doesn't get tangled like
Exactly,
those monster
yeah,
cables.
because you're not supposed
and
to
it
do
doesn't
that.
break the inside, the copper wires.
Me honestly, well, I don't have an iPhone, but then I wouldn't mind since like Apple cables are so expensive. Like if you want an like official HDMI cable from Apple, it's like what here, 2,000 pesos. Like
Yeah.
how much is it here for Thunderbolt original? 19?
I'm not sure, but here it says Apple's is usually 19, and this one is
Yes.
22.
Oh, it's 22.
Yeah.
Spend a little bit
It's
more.
$3.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
I like how Gizmodo says it. They're like, considering it might be the last sync cable you buy,
Yeah.
the extra dollars is probably worth it.
Yeah.
So they're really
except I have
pushing that
more than
this
one.
will not break.
Question for
Yeah.
the PutoTech guys. Is it
The,
'cause, like,
the Putos.
the Putos.
Putos.
Yeah. Like I remember like a generation before, like an iPad cable and like the iPhone, like the amps were different. Is that one like doesn't matter if it's iPhone or iPad? Will the amps be the same? Like does it say there?
Well, it's the cable itself. It's not the. It's
No,
not
sometimes even the cables have amp ratings.
Oh wow. Okay. It'll probably be fine. I think the important part is that you're using the right
The right kind.
adapter, and even then, it's not going to
Basically-
explode or anything.
It just
Oh.
has to work.
Yeah, there's going to be a micro USB version available.
Okay, then I'm gonna buy one.
There you go.
Micro
Okay.
USB.
This next one, Amazon from Engadget. Amazon admits it's limiting. How do you pronounce this? Hatchette.
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 Is it not Hatchet?
I think it's Hatchette.
Okay,
Book
it's
sales.
Hatchette.
You don't
Hatchette.
spell hatchet like
Like
that,
machete.
though,
Yeah,
right?
so basically Hatchette, for those that don't know, Hatchette is it's a book publisher,
Okay.
and well, Amazon, like with all their other suppliers, they ask for better deals
Yeah.
because they do buy in volume, and then they want better prices for their customers.
Yeah.
So they were asking Hatchette for that, and
Yeah.
Hatchette wouldn't budge. So what did Amazon do?
They
Yeah,
bought
They
them.
bought him.
No,
They
dude,
made a new one.
it's not available now. A lot of their books are not
They
available
removed
in
it?
Amazon.
Oh wait,
You
so
can't buy them.
is Hatchet like a regular? It's not an ebook. It's a physical
Publisher
book.
thing.
They have been publishers for how many years? It's been forever. It's like 2 decades or more. I'm not 100% sure.
But
on-
they've been
on this,
around
But
for a
they've
while.
been around for a long time. And they saw the whole all of these brick and mortar stores,
Yeah.
bookstores die, and so right now really if you're into selling books, you kind of have to be in bed with Amazon, right?
Yeah.
Which is kind of scary. Like Amazon's so dominant now in the States.
Yeah,
Like they kind of dictate.
And that's why this is such a big issue, because so many authors now are not able to sell their books because of this this
Just because
this
they are
fight.
arguing,
Yeah, because
other
of this.
people are getting
Exactly. Now Amazon is saying, hey, you know what? We're doing this for the people.
Yeah.
We're doing this for the customers. And Hatchette is saying, no, we are not, fast-moving consumer goods that you buy a lot, you get the cheaper price. Or not like that. These are books. This comes from somebody who wrote it.
Yeah.
That took time.
Yeah, and basically, I think Hatchette is talking about the art, and Amazon's talking about it's money.
It's always money.
Yeah. So me, you know what? I don't even know
Which side?
what my thing is for
which
this.
side?
Yeah, which side I'm on. But you know what? At the
kinda
end of the day,
scary.
Amazon is kind of correct. But I do understand Hatchette
Yeah.
as well, because if you're selling more things because of this retailer, then it just makes sense. Volume pricing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. It's economics.
It's how Amazon has been doing things since before.
Yeah, but
I think maybe because Hatchette isn't as big as Amazon, maybe they want the extra money. Like, come on, you're Amazon. What's the extra?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
throwing
just a
our
little
way?
bit. Yeah, we're
Yeah,
just a small
like-
company.
I don't think
they're not so small.
Not that so.
I don't think
small.
Amazon is like starving
a
or
lot
they
of, like,
need that
followers.
extra revenue. So it's like, come on,
What's
give
the
us
number.
So look, J.K. How do you pronounce
Rowling.
his name?
Rowling.
Rowling's book is by Hatchette.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Oh, it's under there.
no, yeah, it's under Hatchette. That's what I meant.
They're
so-
not small.
They're not. They're not small. They're
I thought they were
huge.
like- okay.
Okay, that changes
Okay,
things.
That changes.
Yeah,
things.
but you see, the thing is, because of what Amazon is doing, it's the authors now that are getting screwed.
Yeah.
In Amazon, but you
Sure.
can't self-publish. You have to go through a publisher. Like
You
just put it-
can self-publish, but the thing is, it's so much easier dealing with.
Yeah, you just
The
have someone
bigger
else
issue
do it.
is when are they going to put Amazon in the Philippines? That's what I want to know.
I don't know.
Another rat hole.
That's for another episode.
I actually thought about that, and I was thinking, even if they launch the website here, if everything shipped from other places, it's still going to be really expensive.
They're gonna Amazon. The way Amazon works, they're not just an online store. They do the warehousing, they
Yeah.
do the distribution, they do everything.
Yeah, it's not
So
as
they're
simple
gonna have
as
to
just-
set up shop here.
It's not it's as simple as
It's shipped
launching
from
the
China?
Amazon Philippine
Yeah.
portal.
Like Amazon.com.ph.
Yeah,
But
Just
and
not
there's
that
like
big.
all
That's
this
simple.
infrastructure that needs to be around. So
No, like the thing I like about Amazon, it's just like it's all there. Like,
Yeah.
it's complete.
Exactly.
It's all there. It's like not even the
Groceries.
But for it to all be there here, it is really hard to do. So it's not. It's all I'm saying is, it's gonna be a really long time
Yeah.
before we see Amazon here.
It's just like
So you're saying
electronic stuff. It's hard to
infrastructure-wise,
buy.
Yes, we're not
Nothing.
ready.
Nothing.
Yeah, we're not.
We're not ready for Amazon.
Nothing.
Yeah.
They could launch a very limited Amazon, right? But I don't think.
Small
It
area.
doesn't
Anybody
make
wants-
sense.
Yeah, it
Amazon
doesn't-
wouldn't do that because they're gonna end up.
Yeah.
I just personally hate like for like
What,
the other
going
day,
out
You know
and
what?
I hate going out.
Since you don't have Amazon, you can always go to zillion.ph.
Exactly, that's my segue.
Just saying. Yeah.
Just going, PTTENOFF.
Yeah,
PTTENOFF.
Exactly.
Zillion.ph.
buy anything.
But that's for later.
That's for
Oh,
later.
okay.
Just use the code. Just use the code.
Yeah,
Anyway,
Use our code.
use our code. This next piece of news comes from
Sorry.
LG. LG announced the
Oh,
G3. Was that last week? I think that was.
It was
last week.
leaked last week, but I think
It was
officially.
leaked heavily, right?
Yeah.
Everybody basically knew what they were going to announce, but when they did announce it, it was still really impressive. Like, the screen is ridiculous. It's what is the resolution? The resolution is
2K, kinda.
2560 by 1440.
2.5?
That's like around 2.5. That's,
Wait a minute, that's like my screen.
that's
Yeah.
close to my laptop, and that's
For a
insane.
phone?
That's
For a
my-
phone, I actually think it's overkill.
That's my 27-inch screen.
Exactly. And I was thinking maybe it wouldn't run well because it's pushing so many pixels. But I saw a demo of it. I think it was The Verge that did a demo, and it runs really smoothly. So
Like, okay, here's my thing.
Hey, wait, are you gonna be peeping pixels? Why do you need that much?
because
For a
when
phone.
people
Pixel density
Because
on
you
a-
can say you have more. That's just
and
pretty much
when
it.
they market the phone and they say, "Hey, we got this many resolutions on our phone," people are gonna buy it.
Is that
Okay,
the selling
so-
price? I mean, selling point of
I-
the phone?
One of the selling
I
points.
think, like you mentioned earlier before the show, this is really for the Asian market.
And I think to some extent, even the U.S. market and the European market.
I-
I don't think,
I think the Asian market is a little bit more
Probably.
about specs.
but I also
They
think,
like numbers. They like
yeah.
what processor, what
I
this,
just think
what
like
that.
Android manufacturers now, like there's so many high-end ones. Everybody's trying to differentiate, like put their own gimmick. Like Samsung has that stupid heartbeat, whatever.
Selling points.
Selling points, yeah. Like their own thing, like to differentiate. Because like pretty much all
Selling points.
all the the CPU is all the same.
Yeah.
1 watt speaker.
Yeah.
3,000.
Milliamp.
Like the one, like here,
Wow.
the
How
thing
much
that
is
I'm
this?
interested in is the laser thing, the laser focus.
What's a laser
What's a Laker focus?
Laser
focus.
Laker.
Basically, the Laker
The
focus.
Laker
The laser
focus.
focus.
It means no
Yeah.
focus.
Basically, it's like ultra fast focus, right?
Yeah.
You know how when you have your phone and you're taking a picture, you click on something and it focuses? This
Yeah.
time, they're basically so confident in their focus system that when you click on something to focus,
It won't.
it takes a picture and focuses. Because it's confident that it'll probably get the thing that you were thinking
And
of.
it just sounds more high tech. Like I prefer this over the one of HTC, the dual cam. Like if you told me, oh, get an LG, it has laser focus. Like what? I'd rather get the LG.
You're
one of
when
those-
we're checking out TVs. What's the feature again?
Asian.
Oh, Asian.
He's an Asian.
No, okay, but personally,
Turbo LED. You'd get a TV just because it
Because I
had
want the
turbo
turbo
LED.
LED. No, but then like okay, I've had
He
like
wanted
a,
the smaller TV, right?
I've had
the
a-
I
bigger
wanted
TV.
to buy a smaller TV, but he was like, you gotta buy the power TV.
Yeah, the smaller one because it
The
had
power
turbo
TV.
LED.
because I researched turbo LED means it's backlit.
Okay.
And
Just
yours
because
is
it had
Asian.
that one feature, he picked that one over the other
Because
one.
okay, if you're into TVs, you want a backlit for better blacks. That's
now
pretty
I'm
much
in
it.
credit card debt and I'm eating
No,
instant
anyway,
noodles every
like
day.
since we're talking about like Android phones,
Okay.
like for people,
You want good
what-
black? Get plasma.
they don't sell plasmas anymore. They don't sell plasmas.
They still do.
They do if you look hard enough. You'll
No,
find
like
them.
what do you call this? Like I've been using my phone's like almost a year old, or actually it is a year old, and like it's 1080p, quad core, whatever. Like I don't think you can tell the difference. Even if you look close, you can't tell the difference.
You know how some people tell the difference? They run benchmark apps and say,
Yeah, which
hey,
is
look at this.
exact. But
I've
then,
got a higher score.
but then if you have a 2K
Really
screen,
download benchmark apps.
Some
I
people.
download benchmark.
You know my
Oh
kid.
my god.
Why?
I just want to know.
You just
my-
want to
my
know
kid-
it's true? If
my
it's
kid-
true?
My eldest kid has a microscope.
I thought you were gonna say she
I guess
downloads
that's how you
benchmark
check
apps.
it.
No, but then that's the thing. Like if you're the people who are into benchmarking, if you want a higher score, then you just go for the traditional ones. Because 2K, it will eat more battery and it takes up more processing time. So your benchmark will actually be lower. Since it's a Snapdragon 801, right? So
Yep.
it's the same processor as the S5, it's the same processor as the new Z2. So even if I don't see the benchmarks, I know the other phones are gonna be faster.
Wait, but RAM.
Z2 is, if it's okay here, if we get a little bit technical,
Okay.
the reason
What?
why if I'm not mistaken, the 2 gig ones, it's the Snapdragon AC, the newer ones.
Are we talking about the G3 still?
the G3 and the S5, so it's clocked higher.
The G3 is clocked higher.
Yeah, like
Okay.
the Samsung S5. The Z2 is the Snapdragon 80 AB. It's clocked lower, but has more RAM. So there's not that much
How
difference.
much RAM does the Z2 have?
3 gigs.
This also has 3
Three.
gigs.
But then there's
3
like a
gigs
different
for-
version, right? There's 1 2 gig and 1 3 gig.
Yeah.
5.
Weird thing,
It's
G3.
like my display, my video card.
If you get 32
Yeah.
gigs, you get 3 gigs, and if you get 16 gigs of storage, you end up with the 2 gig of RAM version.
Is the processor speed
I
the same?
think it should be the same, yeah. And
Actually,
the
it's
only
not that much
is
difference
the RAM.
because the GPU is the same. It's just like a little clock bump, which is pointless.
But you know, all these little details, I doubt they're gonna make that much of a difference in terms of just
Performance.
and the experience of using the phone.
But the performance, I know, even without the benchmark, it's gonna be worse than
So
the
this
other
is
two.
more of
Because
like
it's pushing more pixels.
It's pushing more pixels. It's
phone
kind of
wars than like just screenshotting your benchmark, making sure that you're the highest one.
no. It's
Yep.
just like for people,
That's
like for
it?
example, like if you're paying that much for a premium phone,
You want
it's
to
like
at least be the
future-proof it.
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
like
that
there's
makes
some
sense.
like before, like if you buy like a mid-range Android phone, like when Ice Cream Sandwich came out or Honeycomb, it didn't have enough RAM to run the new Android. So you pay that much for the specs, thinking, okay,
It could
2
do-
years time,
yeah.
I don't have to change my phone. Like with mine, I'm still happy with mine.
Okay. So this is going to be released by LG as a regular phone.
I think that's
meaning-
their high end.
No, I mean, will it be via the usual suspects, AT&T, Verizon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
This is their flagship phone, so it's gonna be in
Everywhere.
as many places as it can.
will
be.
there be a Google version?
That's what I was thinking. Wait a minute. That's the first thing I thought when I saw this phone. If there's a Google version, I might think about this one.
Yes, exactly. Me too.
Because LG is the one who made the last Nexus one.
Exactly. They made the 5, right? The
Yeah.
Nexus 5. Because for me, it's 5.5 inches, right? But the bezel is so thin that it's basically the same size as the other flagship phones, the Z2
The S5.
and the S5. And it looks really sexy. I mean,
But
look at
and
that.
their screens, the IPS screens of LG have always been good, even for their TVs. Like they're usually the top when it comes to IPS stuff.
But you know, Miguel, like just the...
But
the-
if you can't update it,
Yeah, I know. But I'm just saying, if you were stuck with their skin, they've actually made it a little more bearable. Like, yeah, they were saying like, oh, simple is better, blah blah blah. LG, and they did. They used flat icons. They don't look as weird as TouchWiz, and they added features I saw that look genuinely useful.
yes, but how long before you can update?
I have no idea.
I think
It's
no.
probably gonna be
Google
delayed.
has this new thing with their manufacturers. It's you're required if you're a main thing of Google 18 months of support. That's
That
what I don't like
sounds-
about Android.
That sounds fair. I would rather it just be 2 years.
Yeah,
just
I would-
flat.
I would
It's
rather
18
2 years
18 to
because I
19
buy
months.
I buy phones every 2 years.
That's what I hate. Like since I use Android, that's what I like about like Apple. Why can't you just keep on supporting it till it just can't anymore? It's not like okay after 18 months. Like now, my phone only gets until KitKat. So the new one, I'm sure Google's gonna announce, I won't get it anymore. Well, I know why they do it, but like it sucks. Like
so you have to buy a new phone.
yeah, so you have to buy a new phone.
You know, and you know what? If they don't want to support it anymore, like for example, after 18 months, they don't want to support it anymore. At least give us the option
Yeah.
to start using Google's own.
Yeah, like unlock the bootloader.
Yeah, unlock the bootloader. Then we can still use it, right?
Unlock the bootloader. Yeah,
Sounds
okay. I
fancy.
just wanted to say it.
I think
I
that
just-
that should be the title. Of the
I just really wanted to
the
say
episode.
unlock the bootloader.
But yeah.
Okay, so let's next.
Next one, new 3D printers. I know there's so many 3D printers out there,
I want one.
right? You're kind of losing track. But this one's really cool. It's from New Matter. It's called the Mod T.
Wow, looks
they,
nice.
They call it a 3D printer for everyone. And they mean it because the price, instead of being thousands of dollars or even hundreds of dollars, it's in the low hundreds. It's $250.
Okay, 250 if
$250.
you're a backer.
No,
Correct?
$250 standard. If you're a backer, you can get it as low as $150.
Wow.
But it's out of stock. Because everybody saw
course.
that. Yeah.
Thanks
they
for
backed
the
it.
late news.
So yeah, it's on Indiegogo right now. They're asking for $375. They're almost there. They're 86%. They're probably gonna hit that goal, no doubt. A similar 3D printer came out. Do you remember this, Alfonso? There was one. I think they asked for 50,000 and they got 3 million.
Is it the Chinese one?
It might have been, but I know there was another 3D printer and it was all about being cheap and affordable. They asked for like 50K and they got millions instead. So clearly, there's demand for 3D printers now.
No, okay,
scary,
the thing
though?
about 3D printers that I don't like is when you order one, right? Like for example, the MakerBot. It
Yeah.
arrives in your doorstep
In pieces.
in a box, and then
That's
when
so
you
fun.
open,
It's like Lego. You have to build it.
dude, it's not
It's
fun.
technical.
It's so difficult to put together. If this really is a printer for everyone, then it should come assembled.
Built-in.
Yeah, like a user-friendly
Yeah.
state, right? Maybe minimal assembly at the most, right? One thing they're saying that is going to differentiate this is their store, because they have other 3D printers are doing the same thing, but their store is heavily curated.
So they're guns.
Maybe not.
Maybe not, because like I said, it's heavily curated. So the idea is they get designers, they put up their designs there. You can buy them. One example was, let's say you have a friend, it's their birthday. They have this 3D printer in their
You can
house.
design something for them.
No, you can buy their birthday gift, right? And send it to their 3D printer. And their 3D
They
printer will print
print
it.
it.
And they'll find it in their home and they'll be like, oh,
Okay,
Wait,
question.
that's my
wait,
birthday
wait,
gift.
wait,
I
wait.
sent you my birthday
Question
gift
lang about
through the
3D printers.
internet.
But
Mahal
are-
ba ink?
Huh?
That's my thing.
How much does it?
There are two
Correct.
types that I know of, and one is cheaper than the other one.
Is
I
it the
don't
water-based
remember the
one?
names, but hey, do you know that? Do
Which
you know
one?
it? Anyway, yeah, we'll probably talk about this more in depth next time because I don't know the names right now.
Mhm.
But there are two types. One I think is
So cool.
one lasts. No, not lasts long. It's tougher. It's a
Yeah.
tougher.
It's
But
a water
it's more
soluble.
expensive.
Is that the water soluble
I'm
one?
not sure. But anyway, wait. So you mean, Enrique, you mean that if I want to give Alfonso a gift, and he has this printer at home,
You can send it from
I
your
can
phone,
just send it directly to his printer.
and it will print it for him.
What if it doesn't have ink?
Then it won't print. I don't know. Or
How
maybe
much-
next
Because
time
That's
puts
a shitty
ink. It's
gift
gonna
though.
start.
It's like, yeah, you bought the plans, but I have to pay for the ink, which is so
Yeah.
expensive.
You wasted my ink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you just,
Yeah,
you
you
print
can
it like
just-
a
yeah.
dick. This is for you.
You can just keep on spamming.
Okay, can I just say, like, I was watching the video, and it looks like kind of Apple-ish. You know what I'm kind of hoping, like, a company like Apple buys it, kind of like what happened to, like, Oculus. Like, if a big company gets behind it, you know
It's gonna happen.
it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Even if it's, you know, it'll really hit, like, mainstream, you know.
I think the reason why it's not being bought though is all the legal stuff
And-
that goes with it.
And 3D printing is very young at this stage, right?
No. Plus,
It's open source. Isn't most of the stuff open source?
Yeah.
I think it's more of the printing guns thing.
Yeah,
Printing weapons.
that's
printing,
always been like the major issue.
I think
hot
I-
button topic.
Yeah,
I
I've
think-
always seen that one.
all over the world, in many different countries, it's gonna be an issue.
Yeah.
Funny that you mentioned that it looks like an Apple thing, because these guys, they actually made the mechanics of the device, but the design of it, they did it
Johnny Ive.
close. They did it in partnership with Frog. Frog is like a design firm, and Frog, I think, in the earlier days of Apple, they helped them do some of their old computers. Like,
It is very Apple-like.
Right?
Even the way the video was shot.
yeah.
And you can see they're all using, like, iPads.
But anyway, if you're interested in this, it's super cheap. It's
Subliminal.
I'm
$250.
interested.
Yeah, go to indiegogo.com and just search for New Matter Mod 3T.
No, like, I've
I
always
thought you said
wanted...
they were
Why
sold
don't we
out.
just share?
Yeah.
Yun na
No,
naman tayo.
The early price is gone.
Oh, the early prices.
Yeah, but the standard price is still there.
No,
Why
you
don't
know,
we
like with
just all
3D
chip in
printers,
then?
why I want to hit mainstream, it's the whole like sometimes with certain electronics, like parts are missing, you have to order. Like imagine if you can just like, okay, I need to print this missing screw or this missing whatever. You
And
know?
some people are saying print out new cases for your phone and
Exactly.
your
Yeah.
laptop. That's
Like
awesome.
me, I can't. Okay, again, going back to Android, it's so hard to find Android cases. What if I could just print one? You know, when I'm so yun lang.
Yeah, I think
Good point,
that
though.
would be a good use for a printer, for a 3D
You can
Yeah.
make money out of it.
Yeah.
And probably sell it.
Yeah, and if you know send your friends stupid things for their birthday.
Okay, anyway,
what you said.
on to the big
Dick.
the big news of the week. Google revealed their self-driving car. They've been doing self-driving
Saw
for a
that.
while now, but they've always been doing it with cars that already existed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this one is
Actual cars, yeah.
they actually built it in their labs. They found suppliers to give
It
them
looks cute. It
materials.
looks like a colon dash. What do you call that line?
Ellipsis.
No, that's straight line. You know, it's not a slash. The
Dash.
the bar. I don't know.
the
Slant.
goes down.
Forward
Not
slash.
Yeah, check out this video.
the straight slant. Very friendly looking car.
That car right now. Oh wait, they're not showing.
This-
that
that
car does not have a steering, wheel.
yes.
I want there to be an option for like a steering, like kind of like Total Recall. Like I want to
No.
drive now.
I think when it rolls out, I think it's gonna have a steering wheel just for,
Safety.
for emergency.
I think that there's going to be different iterations. I think
Yeah.
this one in particular is not meant to have,
The steering
because they were talking about the implications of having self-driving cars, right? What would you use them for? This one is probably the public
Yeah.
use,
Public transport.
which doesn't need a steering
It
wheel.
goes-
So it's
25,
basically
right?
it's
Yeah.
like Uber.
Yeah.
It's like Uber except there's no driver.
They could potentially never put a steering wheel in this one.
Yeah.
Maybe in another kind of self-driving car.
But I do
can
know
have the
that
option.
in some states it is a requirement.
Yeah, and to
Because
have
they're-
somebody on the wheel.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So good. What I'm more excited about this, since it's all connected, like since I was the other versions of the Google cars, what it knows like where other cars are, traffic, and it's also help with pollution, with congestion. So, like if they had it here in the Philippines instead of all these tricycles, like if they had something like like in intervillage, something like that, like a tricycle version. Like imagine how much smog, noise.
No, you know what the dream is? The dream of
It's nobody to own cars anymore,
Yeah.
right? It's just
But I like driving sometimes.
No,
Yeah.
but can you imagine
So
you just
it's
get your
good-
phone, you just
Call
say,
for a
hey,
car.
I need to go to this
Yeah.
place, then you get picked up at the right time, and then and then no traffic because these cars would know where all the other cars are.
And
Yeah.
they were saying that it would cut
I don't think that we could ever. avoid
car-related
traffic.
deaths by around 90%, I think.
Yeah, because it
Yeah,
knows
no
where
more
other cars are.
no more drunk driving.
No more drunk driving, right?
Yeah.
And it would be able to react faster than humans.
Oh, definitely.
Right? This video actually is more of, she's one of their test drivers.
Yeah.
So she drives with the car, she takes down notes, and she gives feedback. And they show the software. It can tell what's a car, what's a biker, what's a pedestrian. If there's a biker and he does a hand signal, it'll know that
slow
too.
down.
It'll
Yeah.
slow down. And you know how when you're in those intersections and nobody knows who's gonna go first? This one, it inches forward a bit, so it kind of tells you, I'm gonna move forward.
It's my turn.
Yeah,
it's my turn, right?
But I think like in the end, the more practical thing, because Mercedes, the new S-Class kind of has something like that. So maybe knowing Google, they might open source it so other car manufacturers can. I think because it's the sudden shift for most consumers be weird. Like, okay, where's the steering wheel? So maybe like a hybrid kind of thing to ease people in.
I think the no steering wheel thing will be the public version of this.
I think the cooler thing
Public
is
transport.
if like all cars, steering wheel, no steering wheel was connected. So even the non-connected, the driverless cars would know, okay, there's a bunch of cars here, pick the most efficient route,
You mean like Waze, right?
Yeah. Kind of like Waze,
and they own Waze, so they could potentially do something with that.
So in the end, Google will own everything.
Yep.
Another nice thing about this is if there's like for example, you're in a highway with several lanes, right? And on the lane for example, to the right, there's a big truck. The car knows to stay in the same lane, but to move a little bit to the left, just so the
That's
people
cool.
inside don't feel it's kind of too close.
These
You know what I mean?
things know a lot.
We're near the future.
I know.
feel it.
You know what I'm thinking?
There you go. I think they're showing it right now.
You know,
feeling
See
ko when
that,
I'm
that big green box is a truck.
when you're 40.
when I'm 40, I'll be like to my mama 50. I'll
we
be like,
used to have steering
we
wheels.
used to have steering wheels. Oh, talaga.
We
no,
love
no.
these
thinking
things.
Skynet.
Like gross. You had to like
It's
control the,
Skynet.
the,
You know
the
those
steering
phones?
wheel.
You know those
Control the car?
You know those old telephones, the rotary phones?
Yeah.
I think that's what cars are gonna be like in the future.
I feel like it's gonna be
People-
like that one Gundam cartoon. It's like
Gundam?
What is
I was watching cartoon like all your information. You know how be cool it would be like okay your phone, and then you just put it there in the car. Then like it charges already. It charges your phone. It tells you where you want to go. Then
I have a car charger that does that.
yeah,
What,
like
the
it
car
does
tells
everything.
you where to go?
No, like it really knows where you want to go.
Oh, okay.
right,
You don't
right.
have to
I
say
was
just
like,
put it there.
why
You
would-
know,
Why would the
and like
car-
it charges. You know, it
Tell you what-
charges.
Can you
tell
imagine?
you what to
Can you
do.
imagine like most people have a smartphone already, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's generalizing, but anyway,
Mhm.
you know what I mean. So people with smartphones, they have their calendars. They put in their calendars where they have to be at a certain
Mhm.
time. So you don't even have to call.
It would know to
It
pick
would
you up.
know. Okay.
Like it would honk outside your
Yeah,
house like, oh,
oh.
crap, my ride's there.
There's
You
my
didn't even
ride.
call it.
Exactly. I think that's how the future will be like.
Yeah.
And yeah, you won't need a garage. You won't need a place to park your car. I mean, if you're the type.
Drivers will have no more jobs anymore.
Oh man. Nigel's
No,
thinking about
but
the
then
driver.
you have to think of like the bigger picture. It's like we'll be less dependent on big oil, less
Yeah.
That is
pollution,
true, yeah.
less that's why it's exciting.
But what
like
if we-
how much like in the Philippines alone, how much billions are wasted in traffic for delivery trucks for
Dude,
congestion?
just the traffic.
Exactly.
Just
And,
the
and
bus-
it's just like
Time,
one
just
one
the buses.
giant parking lot.
Imagine if buses in the
Just the
Philippines
buses.
had that.
Just
like,
the buses.
Dude, you know what I'm really annoyed at? There's gonna be a point where this is gonna be in the States and possibly other countries, and
Exactly.
we're gonna be watching them do it, and we're gonna be using our steering wheel.
You never know. We have Google Movies already.
Wow.
know.
Okay.
You never know.
That's
Some countries
pretty
don't have
close,
Google
I
Movies
guess.
yet.
Google Movies. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, next in the news.
The final piece of news, more important than driving cars, good headphones. What is
You-
that? Okay, I'm sorry. Apple bought Beats for $3 billion.
Okay.
Did
Which
you just
is-
say good?
No, I was okay.
Better than
Later. Let's talk about the quality later.
I'm
Anyway,
interested
let's
in
talk about the
hearing
deal.
What you guys think?
So Apple bought Beats, right, for $3 billion. What's funny, people still mention like, oh, WhatsApp was like what, 17?
Uh-huh.
I just think WhatsApp looks more ridiculous the more we see these other companies.
Apple is not Facebook.
True.
Let's just put it that way.
I know. But anyway, back to Apple. They bought Beats, Dre, and what's his name?
the other music mogul.
Jimmy Iovine?
Iovine, I think.
Is that how you pronounce it?
I'm
Iovine?
not
Iovine.
sure.
Anyway, let's call him Jimmy. They're going to be joining Apple, and they're going to be executives, but they're not having a title. Apparently, their titles at Apple are just Jimmy and Dre.
Jimmy and Dre. Yeah, they don't have an official title.
Yeah, it's just Jimmy and Dre.
Hipsters.
Wait,
And-
was that confirmed? I thought that was just like a
No, I think
some side comment.
I think that's actually what they're going to be called there. I think it's actually kind of cool. And basically, with the deal, Apple gets the streaming music service Beats Music, which doesn't have too many subscribers right now. But Apple
It's
says
new.
it's new, yeah. But Apple says they like what Beats is doing, and they were doing some pretty innovative stuff, right? And they're also getting Beats Electronics, which sells speakers and headphones that everybody knows. So yeah, what do you guys think? A lot of people were saying, don't do it.
Beats by Tim. Oh my God.
I like the other picture more though. This is my favorite picture of like the week. Anyway, what do you think of the deal?
Okay, where do we start? This is a difficult thing to talk about because number one, I can't stand
You're
the
not
hardware.
Okay, you don't like Beats hardware.
Okay, the way they look, I'm not a hip hop kind of guy. Hey,
they
no
look fine.
no offense to any of you hip hop people.
Hip hop people.
Yeah, to the fans of hip hop, you know, they're cool. Okay, they're cool for you guys, but to me, you know, headphones is music. It's for music. It's for listening to music, and just because it has hard-hitting bass, it doesn't mean it sounds good.
But for some people, that does sound good.
Unfortunately, to me, that's all it is. It's just hard pounding bass. There's no clarity. There's no. Okay, so with regard to that, I think Apple can do a much better job. So I don't think Apple bought Beats for the hardware.
Of course not. They bought it really for the brand.
So you think they're gonna clean it up?
Yeah, I'm hoping that they relaunch it. Like they'll have a new line of headphones, and you'll see like suddenly the sound is fixed. And That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm.
You
I
get
know, but
what you
then-
pay for.
But
Yeah.
then they announced like they're gonna keep like the Beats store and everything like a separate brand.
Yeah, which
Yes.
is new for Apple. They've never done that. They always, shut down the other company. You never hear from them again.
But I have a feeling I know why they're doing this.
Beats Spotify.
No, dude.
because Beats is the brand. Why would you?
Because
shut them
Apple
down?
cannot control. Tim Cook will not be able to control Dre.
I can
Dre.
imagine Dre just freaking out.
Wait, why do they
Tim,
call
like,
him
trying
Dr.
to-
Dre? Isn't that like his
Is
title?
he an actual doctor though?
Yeah, he's not an actual doctor, so they can't call him that.
But
Is he?
imagine
Is
he's
he?
like the first.
I don't know.
He's the first like what they were saying like billionaire hip hopper.
But he's not actually. Somebody did the calculations, and it's more like 700 million.
That's fine.
That's close. That's close.
That's close enough.
7 billion.
Googling.
I'd be happy with that. But anyway, where were we? See, rat hole.
What's a rat hole?
You're a rat hole, Alfonso.
No, you're saying about the hardware, about
yeah,
the Beats hardware.
I think Apple can come up with better headphones, better sounding headphones.
And Phil Schiller is gonna take charge of their hardware division.
What's
he will?
Yeah.
Wait, as what? Not as a designer.
But basically, he's just the
I
head.
think retail.
No, I think he's just gonna head that entire division. And music, the streaming service,
Not Sir Johnny?
will be Eddie Q. No, I think he has enough on his plate. But anyway,
Okay. But I think though that Apple did this honestly for Jimmy.
because of all the connections he has
Yes.
within the music industry.
Because Beats is the only one with this special license thing.
Which is
I'm trying to remember.
what did
I
they
didn't
have?
want to say because I knew I wouldn't remember.
Do they have access to certain artists
No, it's
and
like
albums?
it's like
They have extra light.
transferable license.
Mm.
Beats
right.
is the only one with transferable license, and only Jimmy is able to do this because of his connections to the music industry.
The others, let's say if you were to buy Spotify,
The license.
you wouldn't get the
No.
licenses that they have access to.
Yes.
Right.
Like the patent. or
So
something like that.
I think this is more for that than anything else. Aside from the brand, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Beats as a brand, although not to my liking,
Read this.
is a big brand.
But wouldn't they alienate their other like with the
keep
good
going
thing
down,
about
just keep
Apple
going
stores
down,
is
keep
when you
going
go to an Apple store, it's like we have everything, all the different brands. Do you think after this, like okay, we won't sell other competitors?
I don't think so.
We'll just have Beats.
I don't think so. I don't think Apple's gonna do that because like they said they're gonna keep it separate. But you know what? It is already a fact that Beats
stuff, good
headphones
stuff.
sells a lot more
Yeah. I
Then-
think
then
they
all
held
the other
40%,
brands.
50%
Yeah.
market share.
in the Apple Store.
Yeah. I was more excited about the patent that came out, that Apple patented like a few hours ago. The one, like the new headphones can sense. It has built-in noise cancelling. Then when you remove it, it pauses automatic.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that would be cool.
That they just patented, I think, a while ago, or it just came out yesterday.
I wouldn't be
That's
surprised.
that's what I'm more
Patents
excited
everything
about.
now, yeah.
Like you put in your headphones, it knows okay you're wearing headphones, and then
Turns
kind
on
of
your
like
music right away.
kind of have
This guy's Mr. Rat Hole.
no the one with the
Yeah.
built-in the one with it has built-in noise cancelling. So
Yeah.
if they integrated like with the Beats, like I also don't like Beats headphones that much the quality, but then if it had integration with like cool stuff like that with iPhone or other phones, then okay fine, I wouldn't mind.
In terms of brand, I think you know how it used to be cool to be wearing earbuds with the white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's
rubber?
Beats.
Now it's red.
Yeah.
You're cool if you're wearing the red cord.
Yeah.
So I think Apple is losing
The cool
market
factor.
share from the younger ones, and so I think in that sense, I think it was a good
In the
Goodbye.
end of this, I just feel bad for HTC.
But they already kind of
Another-
backtracked.
another-
No.
Right? They sold their.
So if ever they didn't sell their stake yet, I'm sure they
Oh,
could have
right.
gotten a cut of the billion.
So we have this weird HTC Apple Beats like weird.
No,
deal
they did
going
sell.
on.
They did sell their stock. So
I know,
they
but
get
if
something.
they didn't, right? I mean,
Oh, yeah.
it'd be this weird like whoa HTC and Apple.
together.
Will they have? Do you think they'll have like a Beats, like the HP ones, like a Beats headphone?
like
laptop?
here, like you'll
like
see
a red,
you'll
like a
see
Beats.
down here.
I wouldn't mind, like kind of like when they had
What?
the U2 iPod, the black and red, like a Beats.
They
I
stopped
think
doing
they're gonna
those,
be
right?
very separate.
They stopped doing
honestly.
those, right?
I don't think we're gonna see a logo.
Can
on,
you imagine a lowercase b inside the Apple?
Oh god.
If they had a MacBook Pro that was black and red, I
You'd
would
buy
mind.
it?
Yeah, that'd be nice. Like that's why
Why don't you just buy a Razer Blade? It's basically this but black and green.
Because I like Apple more than Windows.
Okay, but that's Beats, man.
No, I mean it Beats branded.
Oh, Beats brand.
Just Beats branded, but it's still an Apple. When you buy it, it's Apple.
This is the problem we have here with our society.
What?
I don't want that to happen.
No,
I
like-
want to see a Beats
'cause I
branded
I like this.
laptop.
What type of
No,
integration
I like
would
it as it
Beats
is.
have
Yeah.
with
no,
a
no,
laptop?
I kind
though?
of just like the old, the old MacBooks, the black ones.
Yeah.
The black books.
I just want those to come out because those look really nice.
You know what I don't like
Why
about
don't you get the
that,
black
though?
case?
What?
You know what I don't like about that?
The painted chip off?
Yeah, no, the plastic would chip off at the edges.
But aluminum black. That would be nice.
Buy a Razer Blade and put an Apple sticker on it. Seriously. Anyway, yeah,
How about you? I
Yeah.
didn't hear what you had to say.
Whoa,
Do you think
whoa,
about-
everybody's so
Everybody's looking, what do you have to say?
Is
so
he a
much
real
pressure.
doctor?
Honestly, I don't really know yet because I want to see what they're actually gonna do.
But
about
you've
it.
listened to the hardware. I mean,
I've
the
actually
headphones.
never
Yeah.
tried Beats.
Never?
Yeah, I just keep hearing people saying it's bad. At one point, I was thinking, I need new headphones. Should I buy Beats? And then I asked, and you guys were like, no. It's like, okay.
Or maybe those are the old Monster manufactured
No,
Beats. Even the ones
I remember
now.
the old one.
And
No,
that
I
was
don't know.
recent.
I don't know the new one.
Just so people know, the ones I've tried are the studio ones.
The studio. Even those are.
Dude, I couldn't stand it. I just really couldn't stand it. I couldn't understand the words.
That's kids now with their EDMs and their dubsteps. They want that
I mean,
bass.
okay, fine. If I were a DJ in a club with noisy house
I can
sound,
imagine that. Anyway, go.
Miguel as a DJ.
With this outfit.
DJ,
Yeah.
DJ Miguel.
then I'd appreciate the beat.
Hello, hip hop
You know,
people.
Yeah.
Hearing the low bass for the beat, so that I won't have the tugudug tugudug sound. You know, I'd get my mixes properly. But for clarity and
Studio. Keyword studio.
That's weird. Usually, if your studio reference, like, shouldn't the reference level be like
Yeah.
lower the bass? Like, should be
Yeah,
flat.
They should be
Studio.
flat.
Yeah.
They should be flat.
So my position basically is, I think it has potential, but I'm just gonna reserve judgment till I see what they actually really do. If they update the hardware and make it like actual quality headphones, then that's good. If they keep it the same, then I'm gonna be feeling really bad about this deal. 'Cause
Or-
that'll really tarnish Apple's image, I think.
No, or what they can do, what they
Why?
did for HTC. Like, some of the HT phones had like a built-in DAC, like better sound, like an amp. So maybe Beats can just put their amps inside iPhones. Well, iPhones already have good audio quality compared to other phones. So maybe, iPhones will just sound better. I don't know. Maybe.
What?
So I think we should wait till next week. We might even hear more
Okay,
from there.
w-
right?
one
Tuesday.
thing though, Apple is known to purchase
Company.
brands,
Yeah.
companies for future use.
Yeah.
You know, it's not usually
They
instant.
keep it in the pocket.
No, they already have a plan
Oh, okay.
for it.
Yeah,
but
like
it's
the
like 5 years.
Yeah, like when they
it's like
bought
a-
that liquid whatever, they bought it like what 4 years ago, 5 years ago, and we still don't know what it's for.
Oh, I know what it's for.
What is it for?
You know that like that thing you use to get your SIM out.
That's liquid
That
metal.
pin, yeah, it is liquid metal.
Seriously?
That's it?
That's where they started using it.
Okay, but that's not.
No,
all
that's
the-
not.
Okay.
It's
I
not
thought that
yet.
entire thing was just about that pin. 'Cause it's
No.
basically a paper.
Like what? I've been waiting all these years for a pin.
And you've been using it all along. So yeah, I think that does it for news. Next week we're going to be hearing more from Apple though, because next week is WWDC, which they're streaming live. If you want
And
to
we're
watch
gonna have
it.
a streaming party,
We're
so
gonna
you
have
can
a
watch.
streaming
So
party.
Philippine time, it will be Tuesday 1 a.m.
It's Monday there, right?
Yeah, Monday in the States, 10
Tuesday here.
10 a.m.
or something. Yeah.
Somebody
10
is
a.m.
like doing bato pick with us.
Okay.
And
I know what that means.
And when with us,
1 a.m.
Philippine time, it's gonna be 1 a.m. Tuesday.
So if you want to watch it, I think it's on the Apple website, but you need QuickTime or you need Safari. Before we end, some quick stuff. I think Miguel, you wanted to mention these keyboard shortcuts.
Yeah, you know what? For Mac, if you're a Mac user, can I borrow that?
Sure.
I can't see the link. These are not new. These are really old keyboard shortcuts, but they're very helpful. I found this via the unofficial Apple weblog, tuaw.com.
I didn't know that's how you pronounce it.
No, it's not. It's
Okay.
tuaw.com. Anyway, like, of course, when you're in Finder, you know, Command A,
Yeah.
which is select
Mhm.
all. Command Option A, deselect all items.
Oh, I didn't know there was a shortcut for deselecting.
Command Shift
Okay.
A, open the applications folder.
I use that every day.
Command C is copy, which is usual. Command Shift C is open the computer window.
I think we should put this in the
We'll put it.
description.
Yeah, but things that are super like useful for me. Command E, in case you don't know, is eject. So you can click on
To
your
be
US
honest though, Miguel, you know I'm like a keyboard nut, right?
Yeah.
So when I saw that, I was like, duh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, really. But
But I didn't
okay,
know about the deselecting. though. I didn't
how
know
about
deselect.
Command A, and then Command P?
Print?
It prints
Yeah.
everything you selected.
Yep. I know
So
that.
you won't have
I didn't
to-
know that.
But I'm,
Right?
I'm a
It's-
weird
it's-
case.
it's a nice
Will it
shortcut,
work for
right?
for
Yeah.
Windows P?
I,
I'll have a-
I'm not sure if
thing, no.
Control P would work. Control A and
I
then
think Control P might be print for Windows.
Control P.
Yeah.
Control Shift
Yeah.
P.
You can try it. But who prints things these days?
No, Control Shift.
Do people
P
still buy
is
stuff online?
Page preview.
At zillion.ph?
Yeah.
Or zillionaire? As
Yeah. So
Be a zillionaire at zillion.ph.
well, okay. We were talking about Beats a while ago, right?
Yeah.
And you
Oh,
were
right.
telling me about what's this brand?
Urban Ear.
Urban Ears. You know what?
Yeah.
Those sound better to me.
Are you serious?
No,
and
I'm
they're
serious.
cheaper too.
Yeah.
Way cheaper.
Way
With
cheaper.
10%
Yeah.
discount, it'll be even cheaper.
Yeah, and you can get 10% off if you use the promo code PTTENOFF, which means PT for PutoTech, 10 off.
So you'll get a discount on the headphones and you'll be helping out the show at the same time.
Yes, all you have to do is go to zillion.ph. You know, go there. It doesn't even have to be those headphones. You can look at all the
You
stuff.
can buy
they have.
whatever.
Buy
Just
whatever.
use the code.
Use the promo code, you get 10% off. Can you imagine that? 10% off.
10%. Made up ang buhay ngayon. 10%
And here's
helps.
the thing: if you do that, you're letting our sponsors know that you heard it from PutoTech. So please do support the show by doing that, so we can give you the news for a while.
For a while.
So we won't have to.
Just to close
Shut
down,
down,
and
yeah.
I'll be homeless
Yep.
and jobless. Are we done? Do we have any time left at all?
1 minute.
1 minute. Okay. One last thing
Because
I
I
wanted to
said
mention.
so.
Okay.
Because you said so.
He's
okay.
the boss.
Like
He's
boss.
Just quick tip for anybody with the same laptop or even any 15-inch. Actually, no. Any
Oh yeah,
Mac.
this is super important.
Any Mac, actually.
Yeah.
If you have a Mac, I see a lot of people here already with Macs, and you're using Chrome, you're much better off ditching Chrome and going with Safari. I went to the Apple store and I told them about some issues I had with my laptop, and he said, oh, you're using Chrome? And I was like, yeah, I love Chrome. And he's like, you should use Safari. And I was like, he's just some brainwashed Apple dude telling me to use their browser. And then I thought, you know what? I'll give it a shot. My battery used to be 3 hours for some reason, right? And now it's 8.
Okay, I can
8 hours
I can
now.
help you figure that one out.
Okay.
So
Actually, no why.
use
but yeah,
Chrome again, open the activity monitor,
That's what I did.
and check it out. It's using CPU nonstop.
Not just that. If you have if you have integrated and dedicated graphics, Chrome will trigger the GPU unnecessarily. Like you're just browsing like Facebook or a random web page, it'll use your GPU.
And you'll know it when you hear the fans.
Yeah, you'll hear the
You'll
fact.
hear
It'll
the
be-
fans turn on.
Which has a
It'll be
higher
hotter.
score?
Which one?
Like which is faster?
Safari.
Safari's actually
Safari's
faster.
Safari's faster.
Okay.
Recently,
Yeah.
recently Safari
the
just.
new version.
But you know what? That's a pointless
please,
discussion because tomorrow it could be Chrome
Yeah.
again. It's
But right now, Safari's like
right now it's
very
Safari.
fast. And I was thinking, I want to sync my bookmarks and my tabs. Safari has all of that now. There's iCloud tabs, there's a reading list. And if you're on Windows, you can install iCloud and it'll sync your bookmarks
Okay.
with Chrome.
But how about your favorite Chrome thing?
The keyboard shortcut.
No.
Hangouts.
Hangouts?
No.
What?
Which
What's your
one?
favorite Chrome?
Incognito. There's a private mode.
Oh, okay. I thought you lost that.
So
How can I buy gifts?
yeah, how can I see my fiance?
I want to buy stuff on Zillion and like I don't want people to see. Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you,
Yeah,
Apple.
I think that does it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Man, I totally forgot how to do this. If you wanna,
Oh, you should have seen me last week. It was
Yeah.
it was terrible.
really,
I couldn't end the show properly.
Nah.
I'm gonna watch that episode.
Because
I
it
think
was the
Nigel.
first
I
time.
think I without watching, I know Nigel did it. He
I'm gonna
hooked you
watch it
up.
at home and put it at the ending. Anyway,
PutoTech.com.
/contact. If you want to send us your tips, questions, whatever. The description has more info. If you want to find us on iTunes, just search for PutoTech. We're also on nmftv.com. You can search for us on YouTube. Just search for New Media Factory or PutoTech. And yeah, we'll be back next week.
We'll be back next week.
If you
for
use
more
the
news.
code. Because
Yeah.
we might close down soon.
Please help us.
RL. Like,
Goodbye, Putos.
Bye.
RL.
I love you.
The views and opinions expressed on any program are those of the persons appearing on the program and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the New Media Factory. Some programs on this network might include strong images and language and may not be suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.